And we are back.
What are we doing today, brother?
More Sonic Adventure 2, and I'm surprised that the resume playback actually works this time.
Wow, okay, cool. So more Sonic. Sonic's on the run. Sonic's number one.
All right.
Sorry. Go ahead. A little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right. My
Yeah,
bad.
because I've noticed that we had the game a little bit too loud.
Okay.
It happens. But
Yeah, it's close enough.
I know. I was gonna say I think it's too low, but it's fine now.
So yeah, I still can't believe that the Knuckles TV show.
Oh yeah, I saw. Okay, I saw that trailer on break, and I was like, dude, I need to see this. Cause remember what I said earlier, that Knuckles was one of my favorite characters as a kid.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so like every other unique character, obviously Knuckles is the muscle, right?
Mhm.
He is the muscle. He has a bunch of pride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But him being a little bit impatient and can easily be tricked just shows, like, you know, like, he's not perfect. Obviously, you know, every good character, a lot of them aren't perfect. Like, so is Sonic. Yeah, Sonic's fast, but, you know, even he has flaws.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And with Knuckles, they, how can I say it? They have that, not represented, but portrayed, you know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Portrayed so well. You know what I mean? That's why Knuckles was like one of my favorite characters as a kid, because, you know, Knuckles represents strength. He, like I said, is full of pride and such. But at least when he messes up, like when Eggman, like, you know, manipulates him, he at least knows, and he still apologizes for it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But at the same time, he, you know, always kicks himself in the ass, like, oh man, I can't believe I fell for this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what I liked about Knuckles, you know, because you know, as a kid, obviously, you didn't know any better, and then once you realize, oh, so-and-so used me, I feel so dumb. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
And that's what I liked about Knuckles, because as a kid, I saw Knuckles kind of relatable. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's the one thing I do like about the Sonic characters is, like any good characters, rather if it's from an anime or a cartoon, they're relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A good example, I can't believe I'm talking about this. A good example is My Little Pony. You know, the main six?
Mhm.
Because I did see the Brony documentary, and a lot of the guys would say, well, you know what, I could see myself a little bit in every pony, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I could see myself perfect as Rarity, I could see myself as competitive as not Applejack, Rainbow Dash, you know, I love my fam, like, you know, etc. And that goes for a lot of characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, with the Sonic characters, let's see here, okay. With the Sonic characters, to Sonic, I could relate how he puts his friends first. Puts his friends first. He's fast. And he likes to joke around a little bit, especially with Dr. Eggman.
Mhm.
And then with Tails, yeah, Tails is young, but he's also smart. You know what I mean? I can relate that with Tails. And Knuckles, oh my gosh. With Knuckles, strong. Strong, takes pride in his work, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And let's see, with Amy, I don't relate shit to Amy.
Nah, she's annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, but then again, okay. But real aside. I'm not gonna lie, the only thing I could probably relate to Amy is when I'm a simp. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
When I'm a simp for freaking TV Daddy, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Vox. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And what else? Even to the bad guys too, like with Eggman, you know that you're smart, but there's always gonna be a flaw in your work.
Mhm.
Let's see here, with Shadow, you're trying so hard to let go of the past and move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody can see themselves in a little bit of all these characters. You know, and that's one thing I really like. I like to hear people's opinions. Like I said, like back in the Brody days, I would always go to the My Little Pony meetups, and I would just talk to people, and they would always tell me, well, what's a good example? Well, what's a good story I could use? Okay, here's one. Back when I used to compete at cosplay shows, I actually met a girl, right? She made her own costume, and she had a professor that she looked up to. This professor was her fashion design teacher. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she made herself a really pretty rarity-like dress, and the teacher was explaining that she really relates to rarity. You know, very creative, coming up with outfits and ideas. You know, and the way she sees it is when it goes to designing fashion, you know, there's no limits. And that's where I kind of learned the saying, you know, that art has no limits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, art has no limits, and that's what I liked about this lady. So she was a good example of that. You know what I mean? But like I said, that goes with every character. I always forget about the rockets freaking shooting.
Well, but at least I know Knuckles loves to eat Cool Ranch Doritos.
Does he really like to eat Cool Ranch Doritos?
Yes, it shows him in the trailer eating Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay, wait a minute. Is that why brother bought 2 bags?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Me and well, I think we can make a day of it. When the show comes out, we should just chill and watch it.
Yeah.
Not stream it, you know, but like I'm just saying, just chill and watch it. Because when I saw the trailer, I was telling our other brother, "Hey, dude, you see the trailer? You know?" He goes, "No, I haven't." I go, "Okay, cool," because I didn't want to ruin it for him, but he finally saw it and he likes it. You know, and he likes it. And I was like,
especially when Knuckles drinks a full pot of coffee. Just
yes. Was that a reference to the Shadow comic?
No. Because Shadow likes to eat the coffee beans straight up and then drink hot water.
That's right, he does what I do. I eat espresso beans. You know, I actually had a coworker at work last week. He's he's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You know? And he moved he moved to the United States, you know what I mean? And he's a pretty cool guy, you know what I mean? He moved to provide a better life for his family, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had chocolate-covered espresso beans. And I go, "Hey, dude, you want to try some?" The chocolate-covered espresso beans. And he got confused. He goes, "You can eat espresso beans?" I go, "Yeah, it's covered in chocolate, dude. But when you eat it, bite into it. Because I hate it when I give a taste, you know, to people. They just eat the chocolate.
Yeah.
You know, ruin the whole thing. So he was surprised because he bit into it. And he's like, "Oh, this is actually not that bad." And I go, "Yeah, dude, because coffee comes from a cherry." And he goes, "Coffee's a cherry?" And that like blew his mind because he didn't know. He didn't know that coffee comes from a cherry. And I go, "Yeah, dude. I mean, coffee comes from a cherry that they picked and they dried and then they roast it and grind it." You know what I mean? The whole process of coffee, and that kind of freaked him out because he didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know me, I love to educate people because I'm weird. You know? And he was like, "Can you eat coffee cherry?" I go, "You can. It'll give you energy. You can." And I told him, from what I remember, is that's how they found out, because I don't remember, don't take my word for it, if it was the settlers or the people there, but the story is the same, that they've noticed that the monkeys were eating the cherries and that they were getting so much energy. So they tried it and they found out that it, you know, gave them so much energy.
Yep.
You know, that's what I remember. But I don't know the whole history of coffee. I wish I did. Coffee 101. Yeah, because remember, I used to be a barista. You know, I find it interesting that when people have their first job, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I work at a grocery store," or "I work at a comic book store." I actually wanted to work at a fabric store, but they weren't hiring. So I settled with being a barista. And have you ever seen Foamy the Squirrel?
Only a few times. Come
Okay, did you get to see the coffee episode?
I think so.
Okay, and like the barista goes, "I had to go to coffee college for this." Now, I can't say which coffee chain I worked for. All I could say is I worked for a coffee chain. And when I got hired, I had to watch a video, you know, about the history of the coffee chain.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the number one rules a barista has to follow, and this is what it said in the book. It said, and I quote, it's your duty as a barista to remember every customer's names and drinks. And I was like, dude, I don't even know my own phone number and my freaking own age half the time, and you want me to remember every customer's name?
Yeah.
But yeah, but working at that coffee shop, because they only trained me for a week, and then they threw me to the freaking wolves. And I didn't know how mean customers were until I saw it with my own eyes. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I dealt with a mean customer, not to be rude, but she was some white lady, and she made me cry. She made me cry, but I didn't cry in front of her, obviously, because I didn't want it to show that she got to me. And right after she made me cry, she like smiled like she felt good about herself.
Yeah, that proves how horrible people are.
What? No, okay, so I don't recommend people to work as a barista, but at the same time, I kind of do recommend it, because once you deal with customers like that, then as you get older, you know how to deal with those kind of people. You know, as a young barista, if there's one thing I learned is that you had to kiss ass a lot. Yeah, you had to kiss lots of ass, and people were super nitpicky about their drinks too. Like, you always had that people, can I have a skinny vanilla latte? You know? And one of the rules I learned, that if a customer goes, can I have a latte with non-fat milk and sugar-free vanilla?
Sure.
Yeah, you have to wait for the customers to say the order, because if you say, and this has happened to me, because I had a lady that was like, can I have a latte with non-fat milk, you know? And then I told her, oh man, we have a skinny vanilla latte, would you like that? She yelled on the intercom, because I was doing drive-thru. She yelled at me and she said, no, I like my sugar.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. I have lots of freaking stories from when I was a barista, but I don't want to...
Yeah, if you like sugar, then eat some fucking candy instead, you fuck.
Oh, the one thing I hated was that customers, instead of saying Splenda, they'll say Splendor. And you cannot incorrect them. They would say, can I have a coffee with 5 Splendors and like a little bit of cream? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't incorrect them, because if you do, they will throw a fit. But yeah, by being a barista, and this was before I learned how to make drinks, because I didn't learn how to make drinks till my 2nd year. Remember, I was a barista for 4 years, and I didn't know how to make drinks till my 2nd year, because all they had me do was just clean and go around, you know? Like, I would brew coffee. My morning routine was I'll come in, first thing I'd do is brew coffee. I would have a timer on me. I had to brew 1 gallon of coffee for every 8 minutes. I had to brew 1 gallon of coffee. We had 4 different kinds of coffee that I had to brew. You know, so I had 8 minutes to go around. You know, like if there was a mess, I had to clean it. And if there was no more cups at the bar, I had to refill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was pretty much everywhere, and they kept me in that position because I was really good at it. But I didn't know that they weren't supposed to do that. Apparently, according to the manual, that by my 4th month working there, I was supposed to learn how to make drinks. But that never happened because they just kept me, you know, just running around. And I did the morning shift, and then when it came to the noon shift, I had a lot of different managers. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the managers I had were laid back, you know? But the one strict one, wait, that's a lie, there was 2 strict ones. Those 2 strict managers, one of them was a girl. I forgot her name, I guess I'll just call her Dina, that's for something. So Dina was, okay, the funny thing about Dina was that she was Hispanic, but she had super white skin and she had blue eyes.
Hmm.
Yeah, so people assumed she was white until she spoke Spanish, and it turns out she was really Hispanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was always really strict at her employees, and then she'll see me, and she goes, "Oh, hey Tiffany, how you been?" You know, because I was her favorite because I knew how to clean. Yeah, exactly. You know? You know, I was her favorite because she would have a bunch of guys and she would tell them, "Oh, man, y'all guys don't know how to clean." And then I would show up and she goes, "Oh, Tiffany's here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She would go, "Y'all need to learn how to clean like Tiffany. She knows exactly how to clean." And what she would do is she'll make the guys deal with the customers and I would clean because I'd rather clean than deal with the customers, but I was her favorite.
Yeah.
It made me feel special. I'm happy it made me feel special. I was like the teacher's pet, but she let me get away with not dealing with stupid customers.
Yeah.
Ciao world. But yeah, like I said, I was lucky enough to have like chilled back managers. And for this coffee chain that I cannot name, these managers were managers. I'm talking about real managers. Like, if there was a problem, they would stop and they'll go help. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be doing paperwork in the office, and if there was an emergency. Like, I remember one time, it was me and another girl. I'm just gonna call her Alice. Because me and Alice had an order for 20 grande caramel frappuccinos. We took the manager. We're like, "Hey, so this customer just ordered 20 grande caramel frappuccinos. So what do we do?" Right?
Yeah.
And the policy was that we weren't allowed to, we call it double blend the drinks.
Yeah.
Like, this is how it was. Like, if a customer ordered one frappuccino, we have to blend it by itself.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to double blend nothing. You know? So, you want to know what the manager told us?
What?
She said, "Fuck it. Just double blend it." So we managed to fit 3 medium frappuccinos into one blender. And just so the top wouldn't pop up, we actually got a spare lid and we put it on top of there before we closed it. So we finished those drinks out. You know, it took 2 baristas to make 20 grande caramel frappuccinos. And here's the thing though, we had to make all that in under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes.
Yeah. So what she did was that she got the container, she put all the ingredients, and I was scooping the ice and I blended, you know? And then right after I start pouring that drink, then she will go, you know what I mean? It took 2 of us, but we finished those drinks in under 5 minutes, you know? And our manager, we were just laughing because she just said, "Fuck it, just freaking double blend it. Do whatever you gotta do." Because if it was our store manager, he would have just said, "No, you gotta do it one at a time." There's no way we would have finished
3 drinks at once.
No. Remember, 20 grande caramel frappuccinos under 5 minutes if we did singles. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't have made it. But just because my manager was chill. I mean, she was like an older person, but she was so wise. Like, if there was an emergency, because before her, I had somebody else. Right? I had somebody else that was the morning manager. She would panic for everything.
No.
Like, if I go, "Hey, we have no milk," she would panic. "Oh, we have no more whipped cream." She would panic. You know?
Yeah.
And then once I switched managers, since this person that panicked was my first manager, I already had that mentality that if one little thing goes wrong, then I'm gonna panic and have a panic attack. You know?
Yeah.
And then when I switched to this manager, the one that let me freaking triple blend everything, I told her, "Hey, we have no more non-fat milk." You wanna know what she said?
But.
Okay. And I'm like confused. I go, "What?" I go, "What if customers ask for non-fat milk?" She said, "Just use whole milk. They're not gonna know the difference." You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
She was wise. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I need to learn from this lady. I need to learn from this woman." So one day, when we're slow, I needed to talk to her in the office. "A baby's drowning! Save the baby!"
Oh, okay.
How is it that Tails doesn't pet hit them? He just grabs them. So I asked her, ma'am, I have a really important question to ask you. All right? This might sound silly, but I need to know. How do you remain calm? Hold on. What level was this one? I hated this one.
I didn't expect the inside of the mines to be like this. This is gonna be tougher than I thought.
I always hate... This is the Knuckles level that I hated. Because of the water. So I asked my manager, how do you always remain calm? You know, like if we open up and we don't have, like, you know, like if there's an emergency, how do you remain calm? You want to know what she said?
What?
And I pass this down to everybody that I meet, and it works all the time. You want to know what's her secret?
What?
Just don't care. I know, right? Just don't care. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. I told her that doesn't make sense because she goes, think about it. If you care too much, then you're gonna panic real easily. But if you don't care, because if you don't care, then you're not gonna panic. You know? And that goes with everything. Like, you know how when there's like a situation or an emergency, you have to remain calm, because if you don't, then you're gonna fuck everything up. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, it's the same thing, and it took me years for me to realize that. You know, because I'm like, shit. Now I know what she meant. Just don't care. You know, but nowadays, now when I deal with customers, I know how to, because when I first started off, you know, being a young barista at 18 years old, I dealt with the bad customers, and because I dealt with the bad customers, I know how to deal with them. You know? Which is why when people ask, what do you recommend as the first job? I would always say the same thing. I would recommend so-and-so to be a barista, because that's how I learned. But at the same time, I don't want them to. But if you want to help them out, then you're better off, you know, working as a barista and deal with those bad customers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you deal with bad customers.
Yeah, once in a while.
Once in a while. What's the worst you have ever dealt with?
The worst that I've ever dealt with. Always asking for the receipt. For some odd reason.
And what, they threw BF?
Yeah.
Over a receipt.
Yes. That's how they are.
Actually, I do have a story that has to do with the receipt, if you mind me telling you.
Okay.
So let's see here. So I worked at a barista at this coffee shop for 3 years, and then for my 4th year, I actually got transferred to a company. Right? They had a coffee bar, and they just wanted a barista. You know, the weirdest thing about it, and this is gonna sound actually kind of weird, was that they went into my coffee shop. The owner of the company went into the coffee shop, and they looked at all these baristas. And he picked me out of everybody. Yeah. And the interesting thing about it was that when they picked me, they gave me their card and everything. Like, they were like, you know what, we want that one. And believe it or not, when they went back to headquarters, they told the chef, hey, we found a barista, we want this person.
Yeah.
The chef freaked out and he goes, that's my daughter. And they were like, what? They were freaking out. He was like, yeah, that's my daughter. She's a barista. But don't you find that as a coincidence? And they didn't even freaking know that?
Nope.
So anyways, so I got the job, started working at this company. Well, I was a barista for this company. I really can't say their name. But what happened was that they had a lot of people, like, from all over the world. You know, they had people from India, people from Mexico, you know what I mean? They had people everywhere. So, sometimes I'll help out and I'll cash out customers. Try flying all the way up. All the way up. What the heck is it?
It felt close.
Try pausing. Remember what we found out last time?
In the oven?
What oven?
No, but it feels closer.
Well, no, when it's closed, then you'll have the explanation point on top of your head. Wait a minute. Fly to the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the other side of that wall. Is it under you? You know what I mean? Try flying
Yeah.
out and then going underneath. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, like down there.
I can't.
I think it's under there. The oven's right there. I think you gotta open up that oven.
2 more left.
Aha! I was right!
Okay.
Anyways, right? So what happened was that we had a trash can full of receipts, and there was this customer. Now I don't remember if he was Indian, but he kept grabbing the receipts, and we were confused, you know, because when a customer is done with their transactions, we have to throw away the receipt.
Yeah.
Now the receipt doesn't have the customer's credit card number. Because, you know, the numbers will be crossed out. It would just have their name.
Yeah.
And it would also have how much that they spent. Right? But the same guy would always come and he would always try to grab as many receipts. And, you know, it became an issue because we're like, you know, it's privacy. But it's not privacy because it doesn't have the customer's, you know, personal information on there. And it became a point that we had to hide the trash can. You know?
Yeah.
But it turns out the reason why he was doing that, because he was getting the receipts, he was scanning them, and he was sending them back home. Because whatever money he spends there, because this company is paying for him, you know, there, which is any money he spends on food or anything, the company has to give him that money back.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it was. Ah, big! Okay, I was expecting to see Big down there. But yeah, so that's why he was getting... Wait a minute, aren't you supposed to get an upgrade?
I don't know where to find it.
There should be an upgrade in this level. I think you have to go underwater for it.
I think so.
In a steel box containing a floating... Dingo! I didn't get to read it.
Floating platform.
I think you're going to have to die for this. Dive for those orb jacks! Dive! Wrong game. I think it's in there somewhere. So yeah, so he was sending the money back home. Just so they could, you know, like, pay him back. So when we found out about that, we had to contact his boss and let him know what he was doing. Because it turns out what he was doing is like, ah!
Phew.
Okay, that's
There was an air pocket.
So it turns out what he was doing was illegal. Which I didn't even know. I know, right? Learn something new every day.
Yep.
The water still gives me PTSD. Hey, a penguin. His name is Gunther. Gunther, Gunther. I know the upgrade should be somewhere there.
I see it.
Was the interrupt? Ah!
Get up, get up, get up.
Oh, that would always scare me. That's why I hate this level.
There's gotta be a way to get under there.
Where's the interrupt? I don't see it.
Above Big.
Oh! Wait, you gotta go in there. In there, yeah. What the heck? Maybe try pulling the switches. Remember what the child said? If you pull those switches, then you control the water level.
Yeah, but I gotta find out where.
Yeah, I was gonna say just miss with the switches.
Ah!
Okay, here's a random question for you.
Alright.
Out of Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, what ability would you have? Like, would you rather have Knuckles' abilities, you know, Sonic, Tails?
I don't know. That's a tough one. Knuckles is just nothing but muscle. Literally. If you watch the Sonic 2 movie and Tails like, oh, you're happy. No, I'm not fat. It's just pure muscle.
Yeah, I remember, because that's how my cat is too, because people thought he was fat. Speaking of which, he did gain pounds. He gained 2 pounds, so now my cat weighs 22 pounds.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying about my cat. Sorry if you guys heard that. That was the neighbor.
Yeah.
I think your dog scared them.
Hmm.
Anyways, what was I gonna say? That was my train of thought. What were they talking about? Water. Get the bubbles!
Just gotta be away.
Man, I lost my train of thought. What the heck was I talking about? Brother, what was I talking about?
I don't know.
Man. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we're talking about the abilities.
Yeah.
So who would you have? Sonic's abilities, Knuckles, or Tails?
I
You
think
need to pick one.
Tails because of his intelligence,
Why? Just so you build robots?
devices and all
Well,
that.
let's see here. I'm kind of torn between Knuckles and Sonic. Because think about it. With Knuckles, I could or glide. And then with Sonic, I could run. And if I could run, that means I don't have to worry about like learning how to drive. I could just run places.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking Knuckles is really strong and he can fly. I could fly places. Okay, if a Knuckles could fly instead of gliding, then yeah, I'll choose Knuckles. That way I can just fly places.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll also be super strong. But if he just glides, then I'll choose Sonic, because Sonic's really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so doesn't that mean he will have a higher metabolism, just like the Flash?
Yeah. All speed characters have to eat a lot just to continue running.
Is that canon?
No, it's true because one of the Archie's Sonics, he was eating 1,000 chili dogs. 1,000 chili dogs, and I forgot the number of milkshakes too.
Dang.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. Huh. But then again, if okay. So if you're strong, like Knuckles. Wait a minute, isn't there switches in that tower? Sorry guys, it's been forever since I've played this game. No, you know what tower I'm talking about? Not that tower, the one across. That, in there, isn't there switches in there?
No. These are just levers.
No, I mean like you go in there, don't you? So you could go in that tower?
Oh, I guess. But
What do you mean you guess?
it's been a while.
It's been a while
Okay,
since
let's see
I
here.
last saw you.
But how to get there? That's the problem.
That's why I said that tower. Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna have to play. Oh gosh, I haven't played in so long. I'm gonna be rusty. You know, here's a complaint I had with a roommate. Not my roommate right now, but a roommate.
Like?
So I always complain that when I played this game, I do the villains level, but I never like doing Rouge's levels because I just don't. I never liked playing as Rouge. I just didn't. Cause I mean Knuckles is strong, you know. And this roommate was just complaining. Okay, he was hearing me complain about why I rather play as Knuckles instead of Rouge, and he said something that kind of, like, caught my attention that I didn't expect. You wanna know what that was?
What?
He goes, "You do realize that Knuckles and Rouge both have the same abilities, right?"
Uh-huh.
Right? I was like, No! Oh Okay, I was already gonna get...
Come on. Skull furnace. What the fuck is a... What? Where?
Are you gonna need me to take a crack at it? Like I said, that tower.
Come on.
Like I said, if you go in that tower.
I'm trying. Come on.
Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. 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 I don't know. That's the only song I can find. I know that. Wait a minute, I just had a thought. Check that tower, and then after that, I wanna check something out. First, go in. Break those boxes. I think there should be a hidden switch in there. Better one. Okay, so I guess this is what you're gonna have to do. So you know that place where you saw, hey, like that, yeah, that. What did I tell you? Did I tell you there was a switch in there?
Yeah. Where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, she did.
Where the fuck did Big go?
I don't know. You're welcome.
Yeah.
What can I say except... Okay, now this is where you get the upgrade. What can I say except you're welcome? I know you don't like that character, but I just had to say that. And I believe you go up. You should be able to get air through there. No! 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 No!
I was close to it though.
But didn't I tell you it was in there? So now you have to go in there all over again. Okay, this time don't focus on the rings. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie, that part always freaked me out as a kid. You know, like when you're Knuckles and you're swimming and then you drown and you just see him go. That always freaked me out as a kid.
Okay.
Hey, I just had a thought.
What?
If Sonic had his very own pet Chow, you wanna know what I think he would name him?
What?
Speed. What would Knuckles name his?
I don't know.
Oh, almost forgot.
Right.
So, apparently there was a rumor that I had to put to rest.
And what rumor was that?
Okay, so you know how I'm part of, like, a Discord server?
Yeah.
Yeah. That apparently there was a rumor saying that I named... Okay, so everybody knows I have a cat named Blake.
Yeah.
Right? So, the rumor was that apparently I named my cat after Blake Roman. Uh-huh. Which is Angel Dust's voice actor. Come on! Come on!
I'm pressing jump repeatedly.
Come on! There you go. So does that mean you can stay underwater for a long time now?
There.
Oxygen tank. Yeah. So now you can breathe underwater. Hey! I didn't see that dragon there. Alright, so I had to put to the rumors to rest, and I go, guys, I didn't name my cat after Blake Roman. Now, Blake Roman is an awesome voice actor, and he voices Angel, one of my favorite characters, yes, but I'm not that much of a simp that I would name my own cat, you know, after him. Oh man, it looks like I won't let you do it on the last one. So I had to explain to them that I named my cat Blake Belladonna, as in Ruby. Yeah. And then we spent our time talking about Ruby, but yeah. Like I told him, it's even in her. It's in her paperwork that her name is Blake. Belladonna. I found it.
About time.
But I find it funny how they thought I named her after Blake Roman.
Hilarious.
I have to try harder.
I mean, you think my roommate would like it if I named my cat, you know? Like, hey, I'm so much of a simp that I named my cat after Blake.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it was revealed in the stream on Friday that that Pop named Alistair after her cat.
Ah.
She had a cat named Alistair.
Hmm.
I mean, I knew somebody that has a cat named Alistair and Charlie.
Hmm.
I have a bunch of kitties. I mean, I only have 2 cats. That's all I need.
Hmm.
Exactly, and one of them's a cuddle bug. Okay, so if chows were real, would you want to pet chow?
Hmm. I don't know.
So you wouldn't want to pet chow? Okay, so here's a bit better question.
What?
If you could have any pet you want, what would it be and why? Talk about any pet. And I'm gonna count Greek mythology and Norse mythology and fantasy. Okay? So if you could have any pet, what pet would you want and why?
It's gonna have to be a piñata.
A piñata pet?
Yep.
Like a Viva Piñata?
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fudge hog.
Why not just get the real deal? Why not just get a hedgehog?
I don't know. I don't want to be feeding it chili dogs all the time.
Wow. Wow. So you rather feed it candy?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could figure out my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on a second. The capital C. Oh, I read this part.
Sheesh. There always seems to be a lot of police around when you don't need them.
Right?
Yeah.
Any news yet?
For some reason, I'm not getting a signal from the 6 remaining Chaos Emeralds. Maybe Eggman took the emeralds into outer space. Outer space?
Her animation.
Knuckles!
Hey guys, long time no see.
I think
I
of
must
the
have got
Roger
lost
cartoon.
in the mines. Looking for the Master Emerald pieces was tougher than I thought it would be. Where are we anyway? Hey, where are you going?
Move aside, Knuckles! I managed to find the transcripts between Eggman and the President in the government computer. I'm following the President's limo right now. If we get into the limo, we can trace the call to find Eggman.
Okay, let's meet up there.
Hey! Wait for me, Tails!
No.
Like, how's she gonna catch up? I mean, I can see Knuckles flying.
Yeah.
The President must be over there. Let's go!
Alright, so if I could have any pet I want, you wanna know what I would want to get?
What?
I would love to have. You know what? I think I can narrow it down to 2. I would like to have a pet Cerberus. Think about it, the perfect guard dog.
Yeah.
The only downside is that it eats 3 times as normal. And
3
then-
heads, but share the same stuff.
Yeah, and then I would also like to have a pet chimera.
What's that?
You know, it's the creature. The one that has a head of a lion, a head of
Oh.
a goat, a head of a snake.
Oh, okay. Like, you just need a reminder.
Well, what would be the perfect name for it, though? A name that when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's adorable. But when you see it, you're like, holy cow. I know for Cerberus, I would... what would I name a Cerberus? Killer? No, that's too expensive. What would I name? I want something cool. Okay, so have you seen? Well, it used to be on Nickelodeon. Have you seen an old Nickelodeon cartoon called Ruby Bloom?
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it was like a gothic cartoon show for kids. I did watch some of it because I remember our niece was into it.
Hmm.
I did watch some of it because I remember our niece was into it. And in the show, there was okay, so in the show there's 3 ravens, right? You wanna know what their names were?
What?
Edgar, Allan, and Poe.
Shit.
Get it? So I would like to have a name like that for the Cerberus, but I don't know what name to call it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I want to do something like that. That's cool, Edgar, Allan, and Poe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to name it. I mean, I know for Chimera, I like to name it Fluffy.
Hmm.
Like, come here, Fluffy! And then poof.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about naming Cerberus Fluffy, but then again, people are gonna think I'm a Harry Potter nerd.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing's wrong with the Harry Potter nerds. I mean,
Yeah.
I've spoken with one time. I forgot their name. I think his name was Jack. Yeah, that it was just us. We were just chilling, you know, in a Twitter space, and then we started talking about Harry Potter because he was obsessed with Harry Potter. I told him, okay, I'm familiar with Harry Potter, but I'm not like obsessed with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because for some reason I could start off like from what I'm told is that I'm really good at getting involved in conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even if it's a topic I'm not familiar with, I at least try to participate.
Yeah.
No, I mean I've done that before, especially in high school. Look, there's a president's limo.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a limo, what song would you be playing in it?
I don't know.
Something cool.
Mm.
I'm trying to think. Or maybe I'll just blast Blondie.
Yeah.
Camille!
Okay, let's see.
Minicart game racing with 3 courses now available.
No, okay.
Mr. President, reports show that since the incident 3 hours ago, the country is in turmoil. Our financial communities are impacted, and our satellite communications are down. An emergency meeting has been called. Mr. President, this is a national crisis.
Spare me the details. Exactly just what is it that you want? Dr. Eggman.
Well, let's just get down to business then, shall we, Mr. President? I won't bore you with all the details since I know you are a very busy man. Mr. President, my demands are quite simple. Surrender to the Eggman Empire and make no attempts to resist. Otherwise, your country will cease to exist. You have 24 hours to give me your answer.
No way!
What the?
And he's not like freaking out why there's a blue hedgehog.
Yeah.
Sonic,
Eggman Empire. Yeah, right.
What the heck's going on here?
Don't worry,
no.
Mr. President.
What did you
Everything's
do?
under control. Just leave it to us. Got it, Tails?
I got it! He's transmitting from the space colony Ark.
Okay, let's move it.
Wait up, Sonic!
Hey, you,
Mr.
wait!
President, we're receiving an incoming signal from our agent.
The desert.
Inside that pyramid?
I saw Eggman go inside the pyramid. And more importantly, I saw that Batgirl go inside with him as well. You saw them too, right?
I think the parody stuff.
Yeah.
We should be able to get into outer space from there. I don't know what this space colony is all about, but I'll find and destroy that cannon, and then kick their Imperial butts.
All right.
Get it? Kick their Imperial butts.
Yep. Okay.
Kick their Imperial butts. You know, speaking of which, me and my roommate, we started watching Obi-Wan. Yeah, we started watching Obi-Wan, and so we do watch a lot of Star Wars together. You know, because he's a Star Wars nerd, and we just, like, you know, we've always had our traditions to watch Star Wars together. We just started off, we started watching Mandalorian Season 3. Let's see, see it here. Then Obi-Wan, he started watching Ahsoka. We finished Star Wars Rebels, and we're waiting for the last season of the Bad Batch.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Obi-Wan, there's a pin where it's basically a rank pin that the Grand Inquisitor wears, and I go, dude, I want that. Oh, we're such nerds. I mean, we spend our spare time watching Star Wars. Just hanging out.
Come on.
Okay. Not gonna lie, every time I see Baby Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, like floating around, I always think he looks like a little Dr. Adrian.
Gee.
Wait, have you ever seen Sonic Prime?
I seen clips.
I mean, I started watching Sonic Prime. I should probably finish it. You know, but I just watched whatever. I mean, okay, like for example, I tweeted about this, but when I was sick, okay, no, this was before I got sick. I rewatched Squid Games just because I was working on a project, and normally when I do projects, I don't know about you, but when I do projects, I like to watch like shows that I've already watched before. Because if I watch something new, then I'm not gonna pay attention on what I'm working on, you know. So I started rewatching Squid Games, and then I went ahead and I started watching the Squid Game reality game show.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I started watching that because I was like, why not? Because I didn't see it when it first came out because everybody was like, no, don't watch it, it's terrible, you know? But I still watched it.
Yeah.
I still watched it just to check it out. And,
Story select.
without ruining anything, the game show was different. Way different. I'm just very disappointed in the last game that they decided to play to win the prize money, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But apparently, I didn't know about this until I talked about it at work. But apparently that people were complaining. Like, people that competed in the game show, they're complaining that it was unfair, that the game was rigged. The people that got eliminated, they already had a ticket to, like, you know, like the ticket was already pre-bought for them to go home. I mean, there was a lot of complaints about it, you know, that they were gonna sue Netflix. I mean, that's just the rumors that I've heard, but apparently they already started recruiting people for season 2. Yeah. That mom was like, you should go play. I go, no, I have no confidence in myself.
No.
I have no confidence.
Like, come on, we have a better chance at doing one of Mr. Beast's ridiculous challenges than
Yeah,
doing this
yeah,
game.
exactly. That's true. We do have a better chance of doing a Mr. Beast challenge than compete, you know, in a game show.
Yeah.
Because the only difference is, hey, at least, if I'm ever fortunate enough to do a Mr. Beast challenge, the good thing about it is that if I lose, nobody won't know it was me.
Yep.
You know, nobody would know it was me. Nobody would know about the shame I have caused upon my family. You know what I mean? Nobody wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be me. Not my neck.
Damn it. I know I could do this. Fuck.
I know you can do this.
I know. So what's the next thing it has been doing a recording for season 2?
Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of which, I did see at the Q&A. So yes, has been already started recording for season 2. They've already started recording their songs because apparently the first thing they record is songs.
Yeah.
You know, and like, without saying any spoilers, I'm happy that season 1's done. I'm not gonna lie, I've been rewatching season 1 over and over and over again. I have season 1 downloaded on my phone.
Duh.
Yeah, like at work, it's been slow. So I've just been helping out by putting stickers on product. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the office sitting down, putting the stickers. I have my headphones on, and I'm just watching Has-Been. I already rewatched Has-Been at work 3 times. Yeah. Plus, I saw the Q&A too. So that's what I've been doing to get extra, you know, to get my full hours. Because there's nothing to do at work, and I don't want to leave early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to leave early and get a pay cut. So that's all I've been doing is watching Has-Been and putting stickers on product. And people are freaked out because they're like, how the heck are you getting signal because you can't get internet signal? I go, oh, well, I already have it downloaded to my phone. Yeah, and people were saying, my coworkers were saying that I was like a kid, you know, just put on your cartoon. You know, just put on a cartoon and let me work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Actually, speaking of which, I found out... Anyways, so check this out. Like, you know, before you go to work, you have a routine.
Yeah.
So I was talking. So I was talking on Discord with Joe, and I had a random question. Since she works on the weekend, I'm trying to get her to do a gameplay with us.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard, brother, but there's no guarantee. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee, but I'm trying so hard. So we're just talking about Discord, and I asked her a question that nobody asked her.
Right.
I asked her, hey, everybody knows you do your balloons every weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I told her, what do you do before you get started? Like, what's your routine? And she tells me, well, I stop at the store. Sometimes I gotta get more balloons and markers. And after that, I go to work. And my brother or my dad, one of them, they make me a breakfast sandwich. And before I go do balloons, I fix my equipment and I watch Bluey while I'm doing it. And I'm like, what? I told her, you watch Bluey? She goes, yeah. And I'm all thinking, this girl's over here doing Has-Been Hotel sculptures, and she's watching Bluey before she starts working.
Sure.
I asked her, why do you watch Bluey? She goes, because the kids recommended the show to me, and I watched it.
I heard that somebody already got the Bluey Xbox.
And wait, that's right. They're giving it away, right?
Yeah, it was a contest.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen clips of Bluey, but I had no idea that Joe was a big Bluey fan. You know, I mean, I find that unexpected, especially since she does all these sculptures, and then it's like, oh yeah, let's watch Bluey before work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that she did the smiling critters from Poppy Playtime. You know, I was all like, oh yeah, I saw a little bit of the gameplay. I try not to throw up, but you know how I am. Oh, I hate motion sickness. It sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to Has-Been.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my gosh. Well, they say we don't have to wait long, so about maybe a year or two we'll go ahead and have season 2. But I'm really excited to see more of the 3Bs. They're gonna make an appearance in season 2. I mean, there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered, and I can't really say much because you haven't finished watching the series, which I don't understand why.
I don't know. I've seen the spoilers.
But you need to watch the show. It's different.
I don't know.
I mean,
If I have the time.
you have my Prime. You have my password and everything.
Yeah, but I got other projects to work on as well.
Make plans and watch Has-Been. I'm surprised that mostly everybody and their freaking mama's already seen Has-Been. You know, my favorite episode, I know everybody's gonna give me shit for this, but my favorite episode is episode 4. Which is the Angel Dust episode that a lot of people were talking smack about it. But I've noticed that they've changed it because the first time it came out, all it said was 18+.
Yeah.
And now the other episodes said 16. And then when I watched it again, it had a warning saying, warning, you know, the content of this episode, etc., right?
Yeah.
And then, when I watched it for like the freaking 6th time, Now the episode said NR.
I don't know.
It's like, make up your mind.
Yeah. But you have those people that would complain.
They always complain. But they also gotta understand, because that episode, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but like I said, it shows a relationship between Angel and Valentino, which everybody knows it's a toxic relationship. But however, people are complaining that, oh, they shouldn't be showing this, like, in a cartoon and such. But look, I can list a lot of animes that have shown worse. One of them being Berserk.
Damn it.
Berserk. Now, Berserk's a good anime show. I'm talking about the original Berserk.
Oh.
I'm talking about the original Berserk and the movies. I'm not talking about the new anime show Berserk. We're not going to go into that. But anyways, because that anime shows kind of like the same thing Has-Been shows, but much more worse. You know what I mean? And they want to complain about it. I mean, a lot of, obviously, because one, Has-Been is an adult, show, obviously, so it's going to show things that people aren't going to understand.
Yeah.
Like with Husk being a bartender, him being, the alcoholic and such, because younger people are not going to understand that. But obviously when you're older, you're like, oh, you freaking understand it. But it just that Has-Been was, of course, made for more of an adult audience. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, yeah, some teenagers are watching it, but they won't understand why. But of course, us being the audience target of the show, we understand why. Okay, I understand why Husker, is a drunk. I understand why Charlie just wants to help people. I understand why Vaggy's doing whatever she can to help Charlie, because they're partners, they're a team. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because us as adults, we could relate to that. You know what I mean? Just like what I was talking about in the beginning of this video. We could all relate to a character one way or another. Same thing, same thing with Has-Been, but it's more meant for like a mature audience, and I'm talking to people that are like, well, you know what? I relate to Husk, I relate to Angel, I relate to Vox. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's and I like hearing their opinion, like, oh, okay, you relate to Charlie. Why do you relate to Charlie? Okay, you like helping people, you want to see the best out of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just a good example to give. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a good example to give. But like I said, Has-Been's more for like an adult audience. Yeah. And like people, but like I said before, people nowadays just want to complain about everything. Yeah. But they don't see the artistry, especially since us in the community, we waited 4 or 5 years to have this show. You know what I mean? There's some people that have been waiting longer, that were supporting the Patreon, that saw the artwork. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I've been waiting for like 4 years for the show. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I saw the pilot and I supported it. Bought the merch and everything. I did my part to help. So seeing Has-Been have his own show, I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel good. It made me feel like, I helped out. I bought all the pins. I bought a lot of the t-shirt. I have all the angel dust. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Playmats. All the merchandise before it became famous. Yeah, exactly. All the merchandise before it became famous, and it kind of makes me feel happy knowing that I was a part, or I helped bring something unique to life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I love helping out. Those are artists I used to support. I really can't say their name, but they're in the Has-Been community. And all I can say is they've done a lot of Angel and Alistair artwork. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. And I've used to support their Patreon, and then they released a comic that got a lot of views on Twitter. And it makes me feel happy knowing that even though I've only I don't remember how much I paid. Even though I've only paid it a certain amount a month, it was still enough to help them, make this comic. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yep. Stuff like that makes me feel good. And when that comic fully released on Twitter, I was happy, I shared it. I shared it with everybody, and I was like, hey guys, I helped support this artist that made this comic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes me feel good knowing that I can support a really cool artist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like the same thing, like I said, with all the has been to merchandise before it got popular. You know?
Yeah.
Bought a lot of, like I said, bought the pins and everything. Even now, I still buy Shark Robot, stuff because I still want to show my support. You know, I wanna support, the team that made it, Spindle Horse, and I also wanna show the community, look, guys, I'm supporting this too. And the people that cannot buy merchandise, they support it by watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays there's a bunch of support, just that people show it in different ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like people that don't have money to buy the merch, they support it just by watching the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To help get viewer counts, just so we all know how this works. You know? And I remember being a kid back in the day, I didn't have money to support my favorite creators, but now that I'm older, I can. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I'm happy to buy all the t-shirts and wear it. And or sometimes I'll buy stuff for other people, like my dad, I should say our dad, I bought him Alistair shirts and he wears them. And people had no idea who Alistair was, and when the show came out, he wore his Alistair shirt, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I love your t-shirt. You know what I mean? And that became Dad happy. Now that the show came out, everybody know who Alistair is, and he's happy that people are recognizing his shirt. I mean, they did the same thing to me too when I was wearing one of my Angel Dust shirts at the store, and some random guy just put it on my shirt, and he goes, oh hey, it's Angel Dust. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And people are asking, where'd you get the merchandise? You know what I mean?
Yep.
It kind of makes you feel cool and happy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that nice tingly feeling you have in your stomach.
Yep.
Like if they're butterflies. Speaking of Shark Robot, are you gonna get any of the shirts? They just released a Valentine drop.
I don't know. I was looking forward to more pins.
I know, but it happens. But heck, I'm still gonna show my support and buy stuff. I'm eyeballing the Vox t-shirt because I always wanted a Vox t-shirt, but I never, had a chance to order it because I always go, I could get Vox or I could get Angel, and I'm always biased towards Angel, but at least now I can get Vox because there's not a lot of Angel shirts, but I need new Angel shirts because all my old ones are already retired and faded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing about that is the very first Has-Been t-shirt I ever got, I actually got it used on Macari because I really wanted a Has-Been shirt, but I wasn't aware that they did pre-orders, you know?
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that they did pre-orders because I didn't know how that worked at the time.
Mm.
So I bought a shirt for $12. It wasn't my size. It was like a size bigger, but I still wear it. And it was the Valentino shirt.
No.
It was a Valentino shirt with the two girls. I called it my pimp shirt.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's my very first Has-Been Hotel shirt. It was a Valentino shirt. And then after that, I got I Love a Boss, Angel. You know what I mean? And the rest is history.
Yep.
You could do it, you could do it, you could do it. Yes. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that Vox t-shirt. And I was low-key disappointed that they didn't have a Valentine shirt for Angel because they always do Angel every single year.
Yeah.
They didn't have them this year, but I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. But did you see the Alistair?
The playmat, yeah.
Yeah, they still make him look sexy. Normally I wouldn't buy an Alistair playmat, but at this point I'm gonna make an exception.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna make an exception for that Alistair playmat.
Ghost.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm going to get that Alistair playmat and get the t-shirts. I mean, I was gonna get that the Alistair shirt, but he said, and I quote, if it's pink, I don't want it. But yeah, but I'm gonna get that Angel shirt. I'm debating if I should get 2 Vox t-shirts. That way if one gets ruined, I at least have a spare one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm such a simp. You know, I saw that Vox Machina has figurines. You think they're ever gonna do figurines of Hazbin Hotel? Because Vox Machina, season 2, they didn't have merch until season 2 came out.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll do the same thing with Hazbin? Because the only thing they've released so far are the trading cards. I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna get mad if I end up seeing Hazbin Hotel t-shirts at Walmart.
Oh, that'll be so fucked up.
Well, not fucked up. It's for the fact that... Because remember, we pay a lot of money for like the Shark Robot shirts, and then we see it at Walmart, and then you're gonna have all the other posers wear them. Okay, guys, my definition of posers are people that wear the stuff, but they're not fans of it, or they claim that they are, but they don't know anything. Because remember that's what happened with Domo.
Yeah.
Remember when Domo was popular, and with the otaku audience, and then people started wearing him, and I was like, oh, so you like Domo, and I would always hear them say the same thing. Oh, I don't know who this is. I just got it because it was at Walmart. You know, that's gonna get me upset with, like, you know, if I see people wearing like Hazbin. Like, if they start selling Hazbin shirts at Walmart, that would personally get me upset because people are not gonna buy it because they like it. They're gonna buy it because it's cheap.
Yep.
Now it's different if you like it. You know what I mean? It'll be like, you know, it'll be different if you like it. I can understand it, but there are people that will just buy it just because. Oh, hey, it's cheap. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's just me, though. I know I sound like a snobby nerd right now, but that's just me. You know what I mean?
But that's how they always are. They always are, oh, I just bought it because it was cheap and I don't understand what it is.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Because that happened with the Batman poser. So yeah, that's what we call posers. Now, it'd be different if they like it. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big difference. If they like it, that's fine. But if they just wear it just because it was cheap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I mean, I've gotten clothes at Walmart. I've gotten pants at Walmart. I've gotten some of my button-up shirts at Walmart. I've gotten my socks at Walmart. No shame here.
Yeah. About time. I guess my hand is starting to kind of hurt from...
Well, you have been gaming a lot. So are we going to call it, brother?
Yeah, after all the difficulties of...
I know, right?
of each and every single map.
Right.
I should be able to get into the chow. Or didn't?
I don't know. We'll find out right now.
No, I didn't get the key. Fuck.
I guess let's wait till the cutscene.
Yeah. What an ugly
That Egghead
face.
sure loves mechanical things, doesn't he? I'll bet he has 1 or 2 spaceships lying around here somewhere.
The door is locked. We need a key to get in there.
No problem. We can find it. Right, Knuckles?
What?
Chihuahua.
Why do I have to find the key?
We're counting on you, buddy. The world's greatest treasure hunter.
Freaking Sonic just saying that just so he wouldn't do it.
Remind you of anybody
Right.
that doesn't want to do it?
Wait, before we end this episode,
Okay.
there's one thing I do gotta say.
But
I did rewatch the Sonic X because I wanted to know how accurate this followed. And in the show, you know how Knuckles had to find the key?
yeah.
But then in the show, he doesn't find the key. All he finds is like a golem robot, and he just gets that just to break the door. All right, brother, let's go ahead and call it.
Yeah. Well, have a great day. Good night. Bye.
Bye.